So welcome to the UK News today. Today we news that a rival student gets a little cheeky as they receive full marks for paging after getting the exam result. Paging was regulated. Student city like Newcastle hit the bars and clubs, then fell asleep on street benches or bus stop. Some show some cheek and others fell asleep on street benches or bus stop. More than one passed out on the pavement and some threw in gutter. Students hit the town to celebrate the A-level result last night. With wild scenes on the streets of UK City as the traveller let their own hair. Paying was keeping. Party was kept well elaborated in cities such as Newcastle, where bars and clubs offered student drink offers to customers. In Bristol or in Leeds, bus stops or branches on the streets where are always well occupied into the early hours this morning as revellers paused for a break. Nightclub was packed in some town for the normal quitter. Thursday night Dread League shoe quiz were soon outside of the Bruce nightclub. Young women cringed up and walked the streets showing skin, and one even displayed some unboobed in Newcastle while shooting night high pants. And a young lady in Newcastle was also seen with a cheeky thin dress brushing her bottom her fellow revelers as she walked along streets with some friends. The boys were not immune to show some skin either. Some ladies in Newcastle got a bit chic during celebrations. Morning photographer. Another lady was snapped mid-neck and ribbons streaming from his mouth. The celebrations came just a proportion of well scoring high-grade roles for the first time in 6 years. Our figures suggest a major pavement of exam is having an impact result. Boys emerged the winners in December, result pulling ahead of girls into a grade for the first time in almost 2 decades. The result come as early US data showed a 2% drop in the number of students accepted in UK degree courses for this autumn compared to the same point last year. Despite a fourth number of students gaining university place, LOL is still second highest number recorded. There were 416,310 people accepted university admission services. National figures of England, Wales and North Ireland show more than in fourth level encourage score of December up to 1.5 percentage point on 2006. It is the first time a passing rate has been since 2011. Increase comes as major change to the curriculum with a move away from coursework and modular exam through the course in England, as well as the clubbing US while making it more challenging for students. While the A pass rate has risen, there's been drop in top result among the first 13 subjects to be overhauled in England. Statistics from the Joint Council on Complication show when compared to 18-year-olds, the result of this subject proportion of grades for these courses is down 1.5 percent points to 2.7% from the last year. Grade A has dropped 1.7 percent point to 1.4% and E result have fallen 1.57 points to 98.1%. The certain reformed subjects are art and design, biology, business, chemistry, computer science, economics, English language, English literature, history, physics, psychology, and sociology. Alex Collins, Director of Research at AQA, said students will not even disadvantaged by taking a new style exam. We have been clear and very careful to make sure that the results are fair and there has been no advantage or disadvantage for something you cannot control. Ye were born, he said. Exam boards suggest the fault could be influenced by several factors, including lower period attainment for students taking this subject this year. Mr. Barbo's Director of Application, the changes and results we are seeing into the reform subject year are not normal or can really be disrupt to change in student ability based on their period year attainment. There may be other factors that at play as well. For example, in the remote level, poorer performance students will not even filtered out having performed poorly at AS levels. Many of those sitting reform A levels will be doing so without having a US level first. And previous year, 6 former would have used in a AS level grade at the end of the first year of the course to decide whether to continue subject to fail levels. Geoff Bontenroll, Secretary of Association of School and College Leaders ASCL, said the reformed qualifications are now more challenging in terms of their structure than in their contents. Always longer could not get a reformed qualification. I don't think the difficulties is necessary in the change of content. This is the way they are being assessed, Mr. Bott said. It's the fact that you haven't got a stage post at the end of year 12, as you have 2-year module at the end of each term. Figures published joint council publication JC show where the boys have put ahead of girls for the first time in term. They have won the game of the highest result alone. Edition. Here is the promotion. Thank you very much for listening to you. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you.